Switching now to the Minnesota House, where the supplemental school funding bill was on the docket for debate today. This isn't a budget year at our state. You'll remember lawmakers sent historic levels of new money to public schools just last year, $5.5 billion that would span over 4 years. But right now, they're looking to build on that in this session, and they want to focus on literacy and helping our student teachers. Here's John Croman.
Governor Walz set the tone earlier this year when he said he wanted to be cautious about new spending in a non-budget year. But House Democrats say they think he's going to be on board with the supplemental school funding bill, $40 million plus for new programs. Part of the money would go to stipends for student teachers, up to $7,500 to help them afford that basic training.
We picked the colleges and universities. We talked to them to find out how many teachers they'll be placing next year, gave them enough money to pay for each one of their students. They're not going to be picking or choosing. People don't have to apply. It's up to $7,500, and the students can use it how they wish.
The package also includes more money to help districts pay for the READ Act, new literacy curriculum training that 26,000 teachers have already signed up for statewide.
Every child will be screened to see where they are in terms of their literacy, and it will provide intervention. This will be a huge lift, but we will also start to flag where kids need help. It's a big deal for Minnesota. It's a big deal for Minnesota kids, and it will help our schools tremendously.
Another part of the bill starts pilot projects at 9 school districts to battle absenteeism.
And our message to Minnesota students is really clear. We want you back. We want you back in the classroom. We want you back in the learning environments, and we're willing to do the work to get you back there.
The House debate on the school funding bill promised to be a long one. Republicans see it as an opportunity to take another swipe at the state office building expansion across the street. They're hoping to put it on pause, even though excavation of the site is well underway already.
My amendment today on the floor is to redirect funding from this, what we will call the Palace for Politicians, direct it back to our schools locally for things like roofs. We have a real need locally, and the local taxpayers should not shoulder this burden.
The GOP contingent asserts that last year's record investment in schools, $5.5 billion in new money over 4 years, hasn't helped.
Most of the schools are worse off than they were last year. Why? They've been crippled by 65 new mandates, which is very disappointing to see when our schools were already in a financial need, and now to add additional burdens to them.
It's an argument that rings hollow to the chair of the School Finance Committee, Hopkins Democrat Cheryl Joachim.
Mandate relief sounds great on a bumper sticker, but our kids deserve better than bumper sticker politics. We made serious investments last year, both in funding and the direction we want our state education system to go. Funding and policy go together. Laws are mandates. We cooperate with the stakeholders and all the outside groups, and that's what you see in this year, too, in this bill.
For those who wonder why school districts are still struggling after getting such a big boost from the legislature last year, Democrats say it's because for decades schools were not funded enough. They could not keep up with inflation, and last year's bill was just the beginning of digging out of that hole. At the Capitol, John Croman, KARE 11 News.